I've got to say there's a £15,000 reward.
So Al's brought the keys along, car key solutions. What did you do?
If the barrel had been changed, how does my key still fit?
So welcome back to the planning room here for the Stolen Lambo Diablo series, and thank you for your patience over the last 2-3 weeks. There's been lots happening behind the scenes with the investigation, and I don't want to sound like the police and kind of say we've got things happening in the background so we couldn't bring it to you, but as well as that, which there is stuff happening, we have had a Petrolheadonism Underground, which is our main focus for what Petrolheadonism does. We put on events, and Wembley was a huge undertaking. Took me and the team right out of our comfort zones. But we did have Y3LOW at Wembley for Petrolheadonism Underground with the Lamborghini Club UK. And we also had John's orange 6-litre VT. So we had the orange VT in pristine condition, as well as Y3LOW in exactly the way she was found. And there's some mind-blowing revelations, things that I hadn't picked up on when we looked around the car. And while we continue to work on this in the background, we're dropping this as episode 5, and we've already got episode 6 next time. For those of you in the comments that are saying stop drawing it out, guys, this is actually real and it's happening, and we're going out there doing the police's job, knocking on doors, driving to Exmouth, which is 4 and a bit hours away from where we are right now. We're driving to Yeovil, which is about 3.5 hours. Car Key Solutions, Mohammed, Muhib. We've had phone calls to John's burner phone. So we can't reveal all of that right now. I keep saying it, Car Key Solutions. You've got a lot to answer for. This whole story is epic, but right now we're gonna cross over to Wembley, and John's going to talk you around the car, and we're going to interview Alistair again. This was quite an emotional time for Alistair, being with the car with all those people. But the reason we took the car for Wembley was to just get the word out there, and so many people are talking about it, and we unveil the car at Wembley. Enjoy. Welcome to Wembley, and obviously part of the series with the Diablo has been amazing that you guys have been reaching out to us following the series. And it's blown our channel up, so much so that we don't know if we can do some of our old stuff, but we're gonna have to drop some of that in soon, because we've got updates on this car, and John is actually gonna talk you around the car, because it's the first time John's seen it in the flesh. We've got Alistair's Murcielago Roadster here at Petrolheadonism Underground, and the Diablo and his Roadster are gonna be together for the first time in 3 years. It's gonna be a very sad moment. I'm already feeling quite emotional, because the crowds are starting to get ready for the unveil in 10 minutes, and we're going to see the car in the flesh. And I'll let John talk about some of the more interesting updates regarding the state of the car. But also, if you watch this video now, Alistair's got his original keys, and we don't understand how his keys work. Car Key Solution did keys, but Alistair's keys work in the ignition, so we've got the steering lock off for the first time since we've had the car back. I've got to say there's a £15,000 reward if you lead us and get us the parts back. We will drop the police investigation, because it's not like they're doing much anyway, if you get us the parts. You can leave them somewhere. Once we've got them, we'll transfer you the money, however it's going to work, but we need all the parts back. £15,000. There's a phone number in the bio. Call that number. Thanks for your support on this. Check out the unveil. John, are you ready? This is exactly as she was found by the police. She went missing between March and June 2020. We need the plants to build it back, but this is how she lies, and this is how she was found. Thank you to our video sponsors, Car Vertical, for getting involved. And this is my wife's Mustang that we bought for her for her 40th birthday. It was bought via UBB in America as a V8 Mustang rebuild. But what they did was bought a crash damaged V6 shell chassis number and then rebuilt the car ground up to our design. Absolutely love it. But if you put our code into petrol, use the petrol discount code and you come up, it brings you up with accidents. It's got so much history about the car, when it was manufactured, when it was brought into the UK, when it was damage detected there, and when it was registered in the UK. It's got everything. And this is the perfect car to run this report, because even when you get to the mileage, it quite clearly shows the mileage up to 134,000 on the old V6 engine. Then we had it fitted with a new rebuilt V8 and the mileage went down and it was imported to the UK. Thank you, Car Vertical. That is absolutely astounding. But with this one, you're not buying a lemon, but just make sure you use our code PETROL in the description below. Thank you, Car Vertical. Don't forget, there's a £15,000 reward. That's right, we've uprated it. It's bigger. £15,000 reward if you get us the parts back. Alistair's ready and waiting. We want the parts. You get the money. We're done. No more police involvement.
So that's the first time I've seen the car in the flesh. I've been over it. We've seen that there was talk it could have been going for paint, but it wasn't, because they've tried to strip the car. They've taken the inner arches out, the bolts, they're still here. They've taken the bolts all the way through the wing. It's an amateur that's done it, because these are bonded around here, and that's as far as they could get. So they were trying to strip the car completely. You've got the bolts missing from the rear quarter all the way down the engine bay. They've taken the bolts out of both sides, the inner arch under here. So they were preparing to take the whole side off there and then go to the other side. If it was professional, they would have taken the car apart instantly. So, you know, we've got to move over to the keys. Car key solutions. What did you do? I think you copied the set that you already had. So we need to ask questions again.
I appreciate very much that Y3LOW's gone to the effort to bring the car down. This is going to increase the publicity, hopefully. So when I got the notification from the Leicester police to contact Avon and Somerset at the end of December, I went to see the police in Yeovil, who took me to the car compound, and he walked me around the car and he asked me about the barrel on the ignition, and he said that looks new to me, and I said, well, I really can't say. So I brought the key with me this weekend, and we'd all assumed that because it had been to Car Key Solution that they changed the barrels and the keys, which is what they actually said on their promotional video on their website.
This was brought in over the weekend to have 2 new keys cut and programmed, as it was an all lost situation. Obviously the keys that we cut and programmed are actually working on the vehicle. If you give me a second, I'm gonna get into the vehicle. Right, keys going into the ignition. As you can see, the dashboard is lighting up. And we are gonna make sure that it fires up from the keys that we have cut and programmed. Right, there you go.
But something doesn't add up, because my key still fits. Turns. So if the barrel had been changed, how does my key still fit? If the barrel hasn't been changed, then what did Car Key Solutions actually do? The car was offered to this informant, shall we call him. He took photographs of it. Not only did he take photographs of it, one of the photographs shows the ignition on. So that shows that the people who had the car several weeks before it went into Car Key Solutions had the key to turn the ignition on. So why did it go to Car Key Solutions? As well as that, the photographs from the 9th, 10th of June 22 in the garage where it was stowed away, the wheels are not straight. So that means they must have unlocked the steering lock. So there's 2 pieces of information that strongly, fully suggest that the people who had my car just prior to going into Car Key Solutions had the key.
So Al's brought the keys along. So we said, let's try them. Car Key Solutions. If you have a look in here, they've been pushing it around with the steering lock on, but the key still works. Very interesting.
So that was really, really important. The keys that Alistair has still work in the lock. So what we're deducing is Car Key Solutions had the car in to de-immobilise the immobiliser, is John's theory. But from this letter, the vehicle is picked up by Car Key Solutions and will be delivered to our branch in Brentwood. From that first time we spoke to you, you lied to us. Here it is. You told us the car was delivered.
Someone brought the vehicle here, and we done the work, and then someone come and collect the vehicle and went. And they were like 3 or 4 guys.
All this information is coming to us and we can't drop it all right now because the investigation is still ongoing. But we're going to go see Paul Rutter. That's right, Paul. We're going to come and knock on your door because you guys want to see where the car was stolen from. For those of you that watch and just take the highlights, it's like, yeah, but it was in storage. How could it be stolen from storage? To recap, this man has a house, he has a barn, he has gates, it's secure, and he was introduced to Alistair by Lamborghini Leicester as somebody who collects cars. Let's go to Launde and see what Paul's got to say. See you in the next episode.